Everyone, welcome back to another Smart Money Sunday. Now, this week I'm gonna be straight to the point and concise. I've added one separate altcoin to the watch list for this week in terms of what I'm gonna cover. But let's just jump right into it, okay? So DXY, all right? If you recall from last week's video, I was anticipating a push up higher. We didn't come back down into this level, but we did come and achieve the target of 102.5. Okay, now if you look at what price is doing currently, right, it came up, achieved this zone, and it just sort of deviated above, right, and we saw a bearish candle on NFP because we had NFP on Friday, which is non-farm payrolls, for those who do not know. But for currently, what I'm looking at in terms of the macro perspective, what I'm looking at on the high time frame is a pushback above, back into 102.5, and then a potential short into 101. Okay, from there, I'm going to be looking to see whether we push up higher, okay, which is still my bias. But however, if we fail to hold this level, okay, and then we push down lower, then we could very well see another push down. But I'll cover that once that comes. But for this coming up intraday move, I am anticipating a push up into 102.5 and then a push down. All right, that is the most probable scenario I see coming up. Most likely Monday, we'll likely see this play out, because if I scroll down on the lower time frames, if I just close this out, right, you see in between these two arrows is a very crucial level for me, okay, where I'm looking, where price will need to fill when it comes into Monday. As long as we don't see any gaps in the market, this zone will come and get fulfilled, this objective. It should, at least, and then we'll likely see some consolidation, and that is where I want to be short the dollar. Okay, that means I'll be long EU, GU, and some crypto as well, okay, which I'm going to be covering just momentarily. But that's the game plan for now, okay? Want to see that squeeze push up and then a push down into 101 at least, okay? That is my first zone. From here, I'd like to see some bullish price action, reversal price action on the lower time frame, for me to be bullish again on the DXY. Okay, very simple. I'm not going to overcomplicate it, but this is the most high probable scenario for the intraday wise. Okay, I want to see that sell off into 102, and that's the most likely scenario we are going to say. So I'm gonna be definitely gonna be in those DXY shorts. Okay, so let's move over to EURUSD. So if you recall from last week, I was anticipating a push back into this blue line where I said I want to be short from, and now we're sort of seeing that play out. Okay, price came a little lower than I was anticipating, and then NFP gave us that, hence the bearish DXY. We saw that bullish candle on EU. So coming up into this week, I want to see this level hold. Okay, potentially we could come a little lower, okay, before we see a little squeeze back into 1.10, and that is where I'm gonna ideally be looking to start building swing short position. Only if this level doesn't hold as resistance and we start breaking above is where I'll be looking to get out of my shorts, okay? But I want to see price action develop at this level first. But again, the most high probable scenario for coming up into next week is in the first half of the week, which will likely see that squeeze up, okay? And that is where I'm going to be looking for those longs. So if I just get rid of this quickly, that is where I'm going to be looking for those longs, at least into 1.10. Now, I don't anticipate this high to get taken, okay, because this was the high that created all this downside movement, okay, and it also took liquidity to the left. So I'm not anticipating this high to get taken, but again, we'll need to reevaluate once price comes into 1.10 basically. Okay, so that's the most high probable scenario. I want to see price could come down a little lower to come fill in this imbalance, but Monday will be the deciding factor of how low price wants to come. But the scenario we want to be playing is bullish, okay, into this level. Again, that's the most high probable scenario you want to be playing, and coming into the new week. So these are good zones to leave all the limits alerts at, so you can so you can basically watch price when it comes into these levels. I like to leave alerts, wait for price coming to my session timing, and then wait for my plan to develop. Okay, so that's the scenario that I see playing out for EU, and the similar will play out for other USD majors as well. Okay, now let's move over to BTC. Right. 1 second. Okay, so basically, if you look here on the left, right? If you look here on the left, what you'll see is we've seen this low get swiped, okay, and then we've seen this high get swiped here, okay. So this liquidity has been neutralized, and the high liquidity has been neutralized here, okay. So this is a good setup I like to look at in the markets. But basically, we had a range. Both sides of the range got fucked over, okay. All buyers got fucked over, and all sellers got stopped over, okay. So now what I'm looking at is I'm preferring longs here. As long as these lows hold, I'm anticipating a short squeeze back above into 30k, potentially 30k 400, okay, and then we could potentially even see it come as high as to the 31k level. Now, if you remember from I believe 2 weeks ago, if you Smart Money Sunday video from 2 weeks ago, if you haven't watched that, I recommend you go watch that. But I was basically showing you guys where I'm looking at a wick off distribution basically play out, okay. So if you look here, right, we have this basically wick off schematic play out, okay. And if you remember, we have not seen a test occur yet. So because wait, let me just get rid of this. So because we've seen all these sellers right here aggressively in the market, okay, I'm anticipating all these stops to get hunted, okay. Right, these are mostly my main target, this liquidity pool here. I think shorts get squeezed, we push up, and then once bulls start getting more hope, I think that's exactly when we dump a bit more aggressively below, okay, to my 27k target, which is this yellow line here, right, which is the 27k level. So that's why I'm currently long in longs with the team. I'm going to wait because I am expecting a Sunday squeeze in the market. So let me just go on the other chart. I'm expecting to see a sort of a Sunday squeeze as long as price is, let me go on the lower time frames. Right, as long as price pushes up above 29k and starts holding, then I'll be looking to add on to my longs and then ride price up a bit more aggressively, and then obviously target this high and then the $30,400 level and then 31k, okay. But right now this level is holding. We may see price come a little lower, but ideally I want to see price hold above 29.1k, okay. That will increase the confluence for the longs in our favor for this position to actually play out. But it's a nice position, okay, mainly because there's a lot of confusion in the market, and the market is quite quiet right now, right? It's summer markets, there's less volume, but that's why that's exactly why I believe we were going to see a short squeeze occur coming into this week. So I want to see Sunday volatility kick in later on in the evening. That's why I'm recording this a little early, so you guys can actually possibly even get into this position, okay. So yeah, so pretty straightforward. We want to wait until it comes above 29k and then holds, and then look to get into more longs or scale into longs, okay. So now the final position. My cigar's out. It's unfortunate, but right, the final position is Solana, okay. Now if you follow my Instagram, if you don't already, link will be in the description down below. You'll see I was long with the team when Solana came to this level, and then this level scaling, had a very nice position here about last week. Sorry, yeah, I believe it was last week. Yeah, it was a very nice position we're in, but what we end up seeing happen, price basically distributed here, right, created some liquidity, right, clear liquidity, and then we saw a slow compression of price, right. So a peak here, a nice rejection, liquidity built, liquidity then stopped out, again liquidity built, and then now liquidity taken care of, and then we've seen an impulse. Now in order for the confirmation entry for this position, right, what you'd need to wait for is a structure break above $23. So what I'd like to see is price break above and then potentially look to come back and retest to then push up higher. Okay, that would be the confirmation entry. However, you don't always see that play out. Okay, as much as that will increase the probability of the trade, you don't always see that play out. But what I'm looking at for now is price to come back into this level where liquidity was actually taken out from, right? Where this injection of liquidity was taken at $22.5. I want to see price come back into this level and then see an impulse on that Sunday squeeze, and then I'll look to scale into more longs. I'm currently in this long, but I'm in with less risk. So once this high gets taken out, I'd wait for retracements, then to scale in to those longs, okay? And then obviously my target, if you guys can probably guess, is this liquidity here, right? We have all this resting liquidity here because I'm expecting a short squeeze on BTC, and alts usually like to pop more. So this is the liquidity I like to target, but I look to be scaling out once these highs get swiped. Okay, I am anticipating all this liquidity to get taken out, so I will be looking to scale out, but we could squeeze a bit aggressively. Again, depends on the volatility of the market. We want to see bulls get into more hope, right? More bulls enter into the market before we see that aggressive dump, okay, which is my main position I'm looking at, because once price, right, if price does come into this level, then I'll be again aggressively short. Okay, stops just above the UTAD and then aggressively short all the way down. This will be more of a swing play. Okay, nice 1 to 4R, and then aggressively short and look to scale in on my shorts. But first we need to squeeze in short because too many people are shorting right now. Okay, so I want to see that liquidity taken, and then for us to actually dump. All right, that's the game plan for the market coming into the new week. If you guys like this video, please do like and subscribe, do all the good stuff, so I keep making these videos for you guys every Sunday. Also, I have a new video coming up, hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on when I can get it up, but it's the £10 or $10 whatever update challenge. It's a very good video. It is a little long, but I wanted to make sure it's a good video for you guys to watch. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. And with all said and done, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.